This meeting is being recorded.
I'm trying to figure out where. I broke the tripod last class, so I have to figure out. I'm gonna stack you. I'm gonna stack some blocks.
I just, I got the top down, I'm heading down Pacific Coast Highway. I'm chilling. That's my stuff.
I have to do like this, guys, because I broke the tripod. Hey, Mama, let's see. Oh, Mary Jo, what's up, girl? What's up, Mary Jo? Oh yeah, hi, cutie. I'm gonna mute you guys. Muty. Love you. So happy you're here this morning. Stay as long as you'd like. It's gonna be a rough one. Just kidding. Sunday class though. Okay, hopefully that was all right.
All right, Angel, are we ready?
I love that, like, nobody runs avoiding. All right, my friends, welcome to class. Thank you so much for being here. As far as announcements go, announcements for the studio, we have a couple new classes on the schedule. So first of all, James, one of my most favorite guys in the world, he has a Monday, it's either 5 p.m. Thank you, 5 p.m. Core restore. So I have my Wednesday 5 p.m. core restore with Kim, and then he's kind of doing like a little counterpart for it on Mondays 5 p.m. core restore. So if you are around Mondays at 5 p.m., go give his class a try. And then also, it's been going for a while, but we do have a new instructor with a new class. Her name is Alexa, and she teaches Tuesday mornings 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and it's like a kind of deep power vinyasa flow. And then if you guys don't already know Victoria, she's one of our amazing instructors as well. She teaches Fridays at 10:30, soft flow plus restore, slow flow plus restore. Yeah. And she's just a lovely human, so you should go try her class. And then as far as my own things go, I just got my Italy retreat up on my website. So I have 2 Italy retreats next June. One is on land. It's right on, not on, but right near the Amalfi Coast, so kind of out of the hustle and bustle, but we'll definitely go visit, do little daytime excursions. It's pretty much down to just 2 rooms left already. So if you are interested, take a look at my website. And then the week after is a sailing retreat. So we live on a catamaran for the whole week and hop around the island of Sardinia. So you're only sailing like 3 to 4 hours a day, and a lot of people are afraid they'll get motion sick. I am a motion sick person. I've thrown up on planes so many times, and I get sick in the back seat of a car. But I do not get sick on these boats because they are in like, it's not, you're not out in the ocean going over waves. They're in like little bays where the water is usually somewhat smooth. There are sometimes days that it gets a little rough. As long as, for me, as long as I stay on top, I don't go down under, I'm totally fine. So if you're interested, just talk to me, ask me any questions you have, or go to my website, which is just my name, katieshifkinyoga.com. Okay, that's enough. Let's do some yoga while we're all here. So come to your comfortable seated position, your seated meditation, if you're not there already. And if you want to, you can kind of get your wiggles out, move around a little bit, feel around a little bit. If you're super uncomfortable sitting and there's some other way you want to start your practice, lying down on your back perhaps, that's fine with me. So take your time, but eventually just find somewhere to be still. Close your eyes, be intentional with where and how you place your hands. Feel into the length of your spinal column, the length of your side bodies. Notice if you're rounding your back or if you're overarching your back. And see if you can just find a really nice neutral spine. Notice if you are tensing up in your face, through your jaw, through your forehead. See if just by noticing, maybe you can soften a little bit. And then start to bring more awareness inward. So noticing any physical sensations that are there. Beyond just physical, how do you feel even energetically? Are there any emotions present for you this morning? Maybe, maybe not. Just tuning in, becoming more aware, and intentionally connecting with ourselves. Start to connect to your breath, feel into the rise and fall, the expansion and contraction. And just the next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. Take a moment to pause at the top, maybe even take an extra little sip there. And then when you're ready, just open your mouth and big sigh, let it go. Ah. Good, just like that. Again, inhale, fill up. Pause at the top, really full, let it circulate around. And then open your mouth side out, release. Ah. One more time, biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Fill up every single space inside of you. Extra sip if you want it. And then big sigh, release, let it go. Ah. Beautiful. Seal your lips now. And start to cultivate what we call ujjayi breath, victorious breath. So in and out through your nose. But it's not just your typical nostril breath. It's moving all the way down from your diaphragm. And you really hear it and feel it as it flows through your throat. You're constricting the muscles in the back of your throat to regulate your breath. Yes, good. So see if you can start to create that gentle whisper noise, that oceanic sound. Maybe inspire your neighbor to breathe a little bigger, deeper, slower. You can stay here as long as you want. So if you want to just savor your Sunday morning seated meditation, stay here as long as you would like, the entire class if you want to. That's fine with me. If you're ready for some movement, we'll come forward to hands and knees and start to explore from there. So no hurry, but eventually everybody find your way to hands and knees and just start moving around. Maybe cat-cows, maybe big circles with your hips. Perhaps it would feel good to come way forward like you're going into a cobra or an up dog, heart opener. Maybe you want to sit way back into a child's pose or just rest there for a moment. So as you start to move, don't forget about your breath. Make sure it's still there, still spacious, still slow, steady. And you can still hear it. Nice job. Beautiful movement, everybody. And if you find that you're judging yourself or you're judging those around you, you're thinking, am I doing this right? What is that person doing? Do I look weird? Are they looking at me? All those things. Let that fall away. If it's helpful, close your eyes to go inward. Close your eyes so you can just feel with your body, your felt senses. Take about 4 or 5 more breaths, moving in your own way. And then eventually back to downward facing dog, no rush. Good. Maybe you want to explore your wrists or your forearms. You might spin your fingers out to the sides, back towards your knees. You might even come up to your fingertips or lower down onto your forearms. Lots of ways to be curious about what is going on inside your body. Once you are in down dog, keep that exploration going. So it's your pose today in this moment, rather than just popping up into down dog and tuning out because you've been here many times. See if you can slowly find your way into your most efficient version of down dog right here in this moment, in your body with your breath. So feel your breath flowing through you. Use it to support you, to hold you, to create a lightness and create a connection to your center. Slow, steady, spacious inhales and long, strong exhales all the way to emptiness. Just very quickly, if you would like a hands-off practice today, you do not want me to touch you or give you any physical adjustments, totally fine with me. Just take one leg into the air to give me a signal. Okay, thank you so much. Downward facing dog. Take one more big inhale. And then exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, hop, however you want to get there, forward fold. Hang out in your fold. If it feels better, great big bend in your knees, totally fine. Feet, I would recommend hips width distance apart, or maybe even a little bit wider for this first one. Yeah, and then let your head hang heavy. Maybe a little ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, maybe a little sway or a little bob or a little bounce. See if you can use your core to lift your butt up towards the sky as you let the crown of your head fall towards the ground. Take one or two more deep breaths. Next time you breathe in, find your halfway lift, your spinal extension. So get all the rounding out of your back. Press back through the tops of your thighs and broaden through your sit bones. Nice, Emma. Exhale, bow, and fold. Do that again. Halfway lift. This time we're going to pause here. So pause with your spine really long. Bend your knees a lot. Gaze down at the ground. Feel the back of your neck nice and long. Now, bring your arms to a cactus position with your palms facing the ground. Imagine that you're trying to press your elbows and the backs of your hands up at the same time as you're trying to press your chest down. Feel all that strength in your back body. Now see if you can start to work your legs towards straight by lifting your sit bones and pressing back through the very, very tops of your thighs. Keep the length in the back of your neck. Keep the strength in your back body. One more inhale. If you want to challenge, reach your arms straight forward. Exhale, fold and bow. Now let your arms and your head hang. Roll ever so slowly all the way up to stand. Your head is the very last thing to lift. Take your time. Once your head stacks, take a few rolls with your shoulders up, back, and down, just feeling into the mobility there. Maybe notice a difference between right shoulder, left shoulder. Eventually, roll your shoulders back and down. Palms open, receptive, facing forward. Feel into your feet. Root down through your feet. All of your toes face forward. Feel your connection to the ground. And as you root into the ground, see if you can draw up through the crown of your head. Get taller, broaden through your shoulders. Feel the space in your heart. Feel your breath flowing through you. Spine is as close to neutral as possible. Pelvis is as close to neutral as possible. And just feel yourself standing, breathing, connecting. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. Hold. Breathe into your fingers, into your toes, all the way up into the crown of your head. And then huge exhalation out your mouth. Ah. Good. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, reach up and stretch. Exhale, take your slow dive down. Hinge at your hips, heart leads, then fold. As you inhale, halfway lift position, lengthen. As you exhale, refold. All the way to empty, and then this time, reverse swan dive, so heart leads to rise up, arms to the sky, breathe in. Hands to heart, exhale. Let's do one more half sun salute, just like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, slow dive. Let your breath guide, so no rush. As you breathe in, find your spinal extension. Feel the strength in your back body, lengthen the back of your neck. Press back through the tops of your thighs. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Yeah, just like that. Exhale, fold. Let it go. Connect to your center, navel to spine. From that place, rise up, arms reach up, stretch tall, maybe gaze up. And then hands to your heart, exhale. All right, inhale, arms up. This time, exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. If you have a tendency to lock out your elbows, bend your elbows a lot, and then press your palms together like they're suction cup. Squeeze your elbows towards one another like they're magnetized. Keep all of that and start to reach your hands back. Possibly add just a little baby back bend. Puff up through your chest, gaze up. Don't let your head just collapse back, but extend back, strength through the sides of your neck, soft through your face. Hug in with your inner thighs as you gently press your hips forward. Take one more in-breath. Keep your hands clasped. Exhale, hinge at your hips all the way down into your fold. Few rounds with your fingers interlaced in your forward fold. See if you can lift your knuckles up. See if you can lift your sit bones up. Use that connection to your center. Yes. Let your neck relax. Let your head be heavy. Weight just slightly forward. So try not to rock back into your heels. Take one more inhale. Very nice, you guys. As you exhale, hands to your low back. Release your clasp. Let your arms dangle. Give them a little shake out. Good work. Halfway lift position. Breathe in. Lengthen up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step back to your plank position. Top of a push-up. So pause for just a moment in this first plank pose. Spread your fingers and push the ground away. Draw your belly button in and up. So feel your connection to center. If your knees are not on the ground, then see if you can find a squeeze through the fronts of your thighs. Your quad muscles are even firing. Take little baby rocks forward and back, just an inch or so of movement, not much. Nice, Meg. Really good, you guys. Next time you inhale, little tiny rock forward, so on your tippy toes or knees come down to modify. Exhale, lower halfway. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. Inhale, push back up. Nice, Janet. Again, exhale, halfway down, just like that. Strong arms, strong belly, even strong legs. Inhale, push up. Slow motion all the way down to your belly, one strong straight line. As you inhale, Spider-Man Cobra, so hands frame your mat. You're up on your fingertips, elbows face the sky, lift your heart, breathe in. Little twist towards the windows to your right, left shoulder dips down, exhale. Breathe in, back through center, tone your belly, lift your heart, gaze forward. Exhale, other side, twist, press into your fingertips, let your right shoulder dip down a bit. Inhale, back to center. You choose one more time each way, or feel around however you want to. Maybe there's a different variation of a back bend that you want to work into. Whenever you are ready, friends, no rush. Downward facing dog. And you've got about 5 rounds in your down dog. So again, if you want to move around, if you want to explore, please feel free. If you want to be still, even in stillness, there's so many little micro movements happening inside. So tune into those, respond to those. Stay present, big deep breaths. Really nice, everybody. Downward facing dog. One last great big inhale. See if you can lift your hips even higher. And then exhale, look to the top of your space. Step or float forward, fold. Inhale into your halfway lift position. So lengthen. Yeah. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet all the way to stand. Arms reach up, maybe gaze up. Hands to heart with your exhalation. All right, inhale, take your arms up. And then grab your left wrist with your right hand. Here are your options. You can either take a regular side body stretch, or you can take your left foot Step it behind you and over to the right. Either bend your knees or straighten your legs. Try to square off your hips. So whichever one of those will work better. And then take your side body stretch. Maybe your back leg is straight, your front knee is bent. So feel into it. What feels best? What feels most effective in your body today? Going for length in your left side. Square hips, connection to center. And then energetically, you're trying to pull your wrist out of your hand. So if you were to let go, it would slingshot out. There's muscle energy there. Take one more round. Beautiful work. As you inhale back to center, both feet on your mat, both arms to the sky. Switch your grip, so grab right wrist, and then you choose any of those variations. Both feet can stay rooted, right foot can step back and off to the left. Square hips is where we want to stay. So please don't feel like keeping both feet on your mat is less than. It's just a different way to be in the pose. It's a different way to work the pose. So what feels best for you? Breathe into your right side, waistline, rib cage. Keep your right shoulder plugged into the socket as you gently tug with your left hand. One more breath. Nice, Megs. Inhale back to center. Release your grip. Both feet on your mat. Now as you exhale, chair plane pose. So bend your knees. Swing your arms back behind you. Little lift in your heart. So feel your shoulder blades hug towards your spine. If it helps, bend your elbows. Again, imagine your elbows are magnetized. Maybe for this one, you even want to interlace your fingers. Go for it. Choose to stay where you are at, or option to rock up onto your tiptoes. Lift your heels really high. Higher your heels lift. You got more range of motion in your legs. See if you can lower your butt. Take one more breath. And then inhale all the way up high mountain. Maybe you stay on your tiptoes. As you exhale, set your heels down. Baby back bend. Catches your arms with your heart. Doesn't have to be great big. Inhale, realign. Find neutral. Reach up. Exhale, stick your butt out. Reach your heart forward all the way down. Nice, Heather. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat. Find your way back to down dog. So take your vinyasa however you would like. You can always skip it. You can always substitute cat-cows. So always make this your practice. Give your body what it needs, what it is calling for. Anytime you need a little break, listen to that, honor that. From your down dog, next big inhalation, take your right leg to the sky. Very nice. So you choose if you want to keep your hips square, if you want to open them up. If there's any way you want to explore, maybe roll out your ankle. You might even take a few circles with your right knee. And then everybody, extend your right leg as long as you can. Press down into your fingertips. Reach up through your right heel or your toes. One more in-breath. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So round your spine, hollow out your belly. Stay here, breathe in. See if you can lift up to your back. Tippy toes, lift through your waistline. And then exhale to step forward ever so softly. Good job. Rise up to your crescent lunge. No hurry, take your time. So stable and strong through your legs. Nice, Judy. Front hip pulls back hip pulls forward energetically. So that's your stability, your foundation. Your upper body, it's your unique expression, a little tone in your belly to support your low back. Lift your heart. Maybe your gaze is up. Soft through your face, slow and steady in your breath. Noticing, feeling, observing. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, bend your back knee to a hover, cactus your arms. Perfect place to stay, or you can even modify by bringing your back knee down at any time. If you would like, option to add a back bend, bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze and start to curl open. Imagine you're trying to press your elbows up as you take your head back. Keep strength in the sides of your neck. Take one more round. Good job. Inhale back to crescent lunge. Option if you want to straighten your front leg, squeeze your front thigh a lot. And then exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Now listen, from here, this is called a horizon lunge. You're gonna reach your right arm forward, up. As you reach up, spin your front toes out to the right, pivot onto the outer edge of your back foot, reach your right arm back, let your hips drop down. So from here, there's lots of ways to play. It might feel really nice to get this hip opener. Maybe you bring your right hand to the inside of your right knee, gently press. If you wanna make this more about strength, you can turn it into a variation of side plank, lift your hips really high. Maybe you wanna lift and lower a few times. So again, feel around. What can you get out of this pose today? How can you make it work for your body a little bit better? If you feel it in your left wrist, you might scoot your left hand forward a bit or even make a fist with your hand. Take a couple more rounds, just feeling whatever there is to feel, perhaps finding length in your left side body. Good, everyone. All right. Next time you breathe in, everybody lift your hips up, reach your right arm up, and then reach it forward again. Pivot your toes forward. So here we are back in a low lunge. Keep walking your hands over to the left. Pivot all of your toes now towards the left side of the room. You're in a wide-legged forward fold. Front leg is straight. Yeah. So take a moment to adjust if needed. Inhale to a halfway lift. And then exhale anywhere you'd like to go here. So if you want to work your fold, perfect. If you want to play with Skandasana, bend one knee, then the other. Maybe headstand, handstand hops, heel lift. Perhaps you want to grab hold of your ankles or outer edges of your feet. Take deep breaths. If you are working your fold, make sure all of your toes are facing directly towards the long edge of your mat. Your feet are parallel or even very, very slightly pigeon-toed. And then try not to rock back into your heels. Lift your butt up as the crown of your head works its way towards the ground. Last couple of rounds. Good job, you guys. All right, listen carefully. Bring your hands to your hips, find a halfway lift. And then rise all the way up to stand. So root into your feet and take it all the way up. Bring your arms to reach up. And then warrior two stance. Right foot pivots forward, right toes pivot forward, right arm forward, left arm back as you bend into your front knee. Yeah, and if you need to look down at your feet, kind of make some adjustments, totally fine. Front heel intersects your back arch or lines up with your back toes. And then really work your right butt cheek underneath you. Wrap it underneath you. Feel your front knee track open towards your pinky toe. Next inhalation, reverse your warrior. Front palm rotates up, reach back, lengthen through your right side body and stay connected to your center. Keep bending your front knee and keep tracking it towards your pinky toe. Reaching as high as you can and then towards the back wall just ever so slightly. Breathe into your right waistline. Take one more full breath. Ah, good work. End of your exhale, come back through your warrior two. Reach forward and then tip it over side angle. We are not going to take this pose in our flow. So whatever you want to do, now is your time. If you want to reach your left arm forward, if you want to take a half or a full bind, everything is welcome if that's what feels right in your body. Keep tracking your front knee open. Imagine your heart is trying to look up at the sky. Let it. Yes, back leg is strong, back foot is rooted. Awesome, Trish. One last round wherever you're at. Nice, Victoria. Good work, friends. Come back up to a warrior two. And then just for now, again, we're not going to take this in our flow. Straighten your front leg. Feel your hips nice and level. Reverse triangle. So left hand might come to left hip or slide down your back leg. Just work the length in your left side for a moment. Press down into your right foot. Reach through your right fingertips. Little tone in your belly. One more in breath. Nice, Laura. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge position. Root into your front foot. Float your back leg to the sky, standing splits. So just like a one-legged forward fold, that's all it is. I do not care at all how high your left leg goes, but I do care that there's energy running all the way up into your left toes. So see if you can get your left toes to spread. If they won't spread, maybe you try to point. So activate through your right foot. Let your neck relax. Let your head be heavy. Good. Feel a connection to your center. Awesome, Chris. One more big inhale. Step your left foot down, top of your space, forward fold. You can give your right leg a little shake out if you want to. Bring your big toes to touch. Little gap in between your heels. And then tuck and curl, little tiny potato bug ball. So butt towards the ground and nose towards your knees. The reason why our big toes are touching is so we can hug towards midline. So imagine an invisible plumb line going down the center of your body, everything squeezing in towards it. Maybe you want to wrap your arms around your shins, get even smaller, more compact. Breathe into your back body. Exhale all the way to empty. Find your center. If you are shaking here, wobbling, totally fine. Take one more round. Nice work. Halfway lift position. So lengthen, heels down, spine long if you like. You can widen your stance. Exhale, fold, let it go. Let's rise all the way up. Arms to the sky, high mountain pause. Spiral your pinky fingers in towards one another. And if your shoulders are way up next to your ears, see if you can lower them down just a little bit. Find more space in between your shoulders and your ears. Good. Now root down into right foot. Left knee floats up, standing staff. Flex your toes back and active. Find your balance. Find your breath. Beautiful, everybody. Perfect place to stay if you feel like it. Otherwise, figure 4, one-legged chair. So outer left ankle, top of your right thigh. Arms, maybe hands to heart center. Maybe like a chair plane, arms reach back. Or if you want to explore on your own, you might go for more of a forward fold variation, even a twist, even an arm balance. Good. Wherever you're at, breath is right there with you. Focused and alert, yet calm and relaxed all at the same time. Nothing to be stressed about. It is only a practice. Take one more round. See if you can slowly come back to standing staff, staying balanced on your right foot if possible. Arms reach up, left knee lifts. If you want more, you can extend your left leg forward. Take one more inhale. Listen like you're moving in slow motion. Low lunge, fingertips and toes touch down at the exact same time if possible. And then from your low lunge, 3-legged down dog, right leg to the sky. You can go straight to down dog or exhale, rock forward, 3-legged plank, regular plank, or modified, lower down, chaturanga. Heart lifts as you breathe in. And then whenever you're ready, down dog. Find your breath, reconnect. All right, from your down dog, next inhalation, take your left leg to the sky. And if you want to, you can open your hip, you can roll out your ankle, you can explore on this side, however you'd like. Maybe your exploration is keeping your hips square, keeping your left leg strong, and just breathing all the way up into your left toes. Feeling that long, powerful line of energy. Nice, Amber. Take one more great big inhale. Everybody extend your left leg long, make it strong. Exhale, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in. See if you can lift your waistline higher. Lift your back tippy toes, and then step forward softly. Crescent lunge, no hurry. So find stability through your legs. All of your toes face forward. Your hips are square. The stability in this posture comes by hugging towards midline. So if you're just trying to go as deep as you can, there's all this wobbliness in your legs. hug back in. Front hip pulls back, back hip pulls forward. That's the structure, that's the integrity of the pose. Heart is lifted, side bodies are long. Maybe your gaze is slightly up. Just feel yourself today in this class, in your body, with your breath. Whatever is there that's uncomfortable, feel that too. Let it be there. You're not trying to push it away. Next time you inhale, maybe you reach just a tiny bit higher. And then as you exhale, turbo lunge. So cactus your arms, bend your back knee to a hover. Imagine you're trying to drag your backside forward. Only if you want to, add your back bend. Make it come more from your mid and your upper back, less from your low back. Navel to spine connection as you curl open. One last round. Press your elbows up. Inhale back to crescent. Reach up. Option to straighten your front leg. Squeeze your front thigh. Nice, Emma. Exhale, hands down. Now we've got our horizon lunge. Left arm forward, up, and then pivot left toes and back toes towards the left wall. Left arm reaches back. So your toes are facing, all of them, towards this left wall. And you can work this however you want. Maybe you want to work into your hip. Maybe you want to work your right side. Maybe you want to work a side plank, more of strength work, oblique work. Maybe you want to lift and lower a few times. Keep that back leg really long, pressing down through the outer edge of your foot. Yeah. Couple more breaths. Maybe this side feels totally different than the other, and there is nothing wrong with that. Take in that information without judging, without wondering, why am I lopsided? What do I need to fix? There's nothing to fix. You are just human. Next time you inhale, reach your left arm up, lift your hips up, and then turn your toes forward. Come back into your low lunge. And then keep walking your hands all the way over, right long edge of your mat. Adjust your feet so all of your toes are now facing towards the windows, towards the right wall. Your front leg is straight. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen. And exhale, either fold or anywhere you want to go to play, to explore. Make sure your breath comes with you. Good. So just feeling whatever there is to be felt. And if you wander off somewhere else, notice that, bring yourself back. Again, without judgment. That's why we're here. It's just a practice. If you're working somewhere, start to wrap it up. Next inhale, find a halfway lift. And this time, bring your arms to reach out to both sides. Palms face down. It's like you have big wings. Imagine you're pressing your arms up and your chest down at the same time. So everything really, really long. One more in-breath. As you exhale, fold. Now listen, from the press of your feet, reverse swan dive. Take it all the way up, arms to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Left toes pivot forward. Left arm reaches forward. Right arm reaches back. Your front knee is bent. Your front knee is tractioning towards your pinky toe. Or I shouldn't say tractioning, tracking. And then when your front knee tracks towards your pinky toe, your back hip, your right hip kind of shoots forward. See if you can draw it back. So feel into your most neutral pelvis while allowing your hips to open. If it feels like you're pressing your ribs forward, imagine you're just knitting them together. Next, inhale, reverse warrior. Front palm rotates up and back. Nice, Janet. So lengthening through your left side. Keep that deep bend in your left knee and keep dragging it towards your pinky toe. Beautiful, friends. Soften through your face. This is not a back bend. It's a side body stretch. Breathe into your left side, waistline, space between your ribs. Take one last round. Awesome work. Back to your warrior two. And then just for now, moving into side angle, reach forward, 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 and then tip it over. Left hand towards the ground, right arm towards the sky. Or if there's any other way you want to work this pose on this side, go for it. Few rounds of breath. Back foot stays rooted, back leg strong. It's like the muscles of your back thigh are hugging around the femur bone, squeezing around the femur bone. They're holding on tight. Your heart wants to look up. How can you adjust to let it? Yes. Last couple of rounds. Keep wrapping your left butt cheek underneath your body. And then from the press of your feet, rise back up, straighten your front leg, reverse triangle. So feel your hips nice and level. Right hand might come to right hip or slide down your back leg, left arm up and back. Press down firmly into your left foot, even the outer edge, even the ball of your foot. Maybe even pick up your toes and spread them. Reach through your left fingertips. One more inhale. Nice work. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, low lunge. Root into your left foot, standing splits, right leg high. So when I say high, maybe high is 2 inches above the ground for you. Awesome. Find your own edge and then be there. Breathe all the way up into your right toes. Maybe get them to spread. See if you can let your neck relax. Yes, just like you would in a forward fold. So rather than using your neck to balance, use your core. Connect to your center. Breathe deeply. One last inhale. Lift, lengthen. Forward fold. Set your right foot down top of your space. Nice cam. Give your left leg a little shake out if it wants it. Maybe pedal out your heels. Bring your big toes together. Little gap in between your heels. Tiny little potato bug ball, tuck and curl. So you can try to press your heels towards the ground if you want. That will work your ankle flexibility. You can also try to lift your heels up high. That will work more straight. Option to wrap arms around shins. Or if you want a balance challenge this time, on your tippy toes, hug in with your inner knees, your inner thighs, your inner heels, and point your knees forward, hands to heart, toe stack. So just balancing on your tiptoes, spine long, focusing your gaze. Wherever you are at, my friends, last couple breaths. Next inhalation, meet in a halfway lift. Heels down, spine parallel to the ground. Widen your feet if you want to. And then fold it in. Bow deeply. Root through your feet. Lead with your heart. Rise up. Arms reach up, high mountain. Pause here. Check in. Spiral your pinky fingers towards one another. Lower your shoulders a bit down away from your ears. And then imagine, use your imagination to visualize all of your weight coming down into your left foot and float your right knee up, standing staff. Good. So connecting again to your center to balance, not straining through your face. Sometimes it helps to press the tip of your tongue against the roof of your mouth when you're trying to balance. So you can play around with that if you want to. One more inhale. Stay if you'd like, otherwise figure 4. Hands to heart, or you might reach your arms back like a chair plane. If you want to explore a fold or a twist or an arm balance, absolutely fine with me. If you're like, I have no idea how I would even start to do an arm balance or a twist here, then don't even try to do it. You don't have to do that. Be where you're at. Breathe, feel. There's so much to get out of the most basic version of the pose. When we push our bodies to places they're not ready to go, doesn't really create any valuable change. We just go right back where we hurt ourselves. So meet yourself where you're at. That's part of this practice. Listening to your body or learning how to listen. You're creating a relationship. End of your next exhale, slowly come back to your standing staff. If possible, staying balanced on your left foot. Maybe even extend your right leg forward, but try not to lean back. One more inhale. Exhale like you're moving in slow motion. Low lunge, fingertips and right toes touch down at the exact same time. That's the challenge. And then from low lunge, 3-legged down dog, left leg to the sky. Inhale, straight to down dog, or exhale, rock forward, plank to chaturanga. Make it your own. Modify if you want to. Heart lifts as you breathe in. You can take your time in your heart opener. And then either down dog, or if you'd rather, child's pose is just fine. So this is your time just to kind of reconnect. Reconnect to your body, to your breath. Observe whatever is flowing through. So all that energy that we've stirred up, can you feel it? We're going to move through that entire sequence now. One breath, one movement. And it doesn't mean we just go as fast as we can, try to get it over with. It means we move slowly and intentionally with our slow, deep breaths. So if I'm cueing what feels like so slow for you, see if you can breathe bigger, breathe deeper, breathe slower, transition with awareness. At any time, if you want to take a break or do your own thing, absolutely fine with me. This is your practice, so give your body what it needs. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog. Big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or float forward fold. Once you have arrived, halfway lift position, how much length can you feel in your back body? Good, Paula. Exhale, fold, bow. From the press of your feet, heart leads all the way up, arms to the sky. Big stretch. Pinky fingers face one another. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, here we go. Inhale, reach up, grab your left wrist with right hand. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. You can add legs if you would like. You don't have to complicate it if you don't want to. Inhale through center. Switch your grip. Other side, up and over as you exhale, hips square. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. Bend your knees, swing your arms back, maybe lift to tiptoes. Inhale, high mountain, maybe stay on your tiptoes. And then as you exhale, everybody heels down, add a baby back bend, cactus your arms, curl open. Navel to spine to protect low back. Inhale, back through center, back through neutral, reach up. Exhale, heart leads all the way down. Yes, beautiful. Lift halfway. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. See if you can keep your exhale going as you lower down. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips lift, down dog. Beautiful, friends. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, slowly and softly, right foot steps through, low lunge. Crescent lunge, breathe in, rise. Turbo lunge, option for a back bend, only if you want to. Exhale. Inhale, back to crescent, option to straighten your front leg, only if you want to. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground, low lunge again. Now listen, inhale, right arm forward, up and back. Your toes face the right side of the room. Exhale, right arm forward, up, forward, and then all the way over to the left side of your mat. Wide-legged fold is where we're at. Halfway lift, inhale, you might add some big wings. Exhale, fold, bow deeply. Find your connection to center, press into your feet, rise up. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, warrior two, right toes forward, right arm forward, bend your right knee. Reverse, breathe in, right arm up and back. Now listen, exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits, left leg high. You can take a handstand hop if you want. Exhale straight into your tiny little potato bug ball. Get small. Inhale, get long, halfway lift. You can adjust your stance if you want. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, rise up, reach up, lift your left knee up, flex your toes. Figure 4, arms are your choice, sit low. Exhale. Inhale, reach high. Maybe left leg extends. Exhale, slow motion, low lunge, fingers and toes touch at the same time if possible. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right leg to the sky. Exhale, square hips as you rock forward and take your vinyasa, or you can always skip it. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips. Beautiful work. Inhale, left leg high. Use your core. Exhale, left foot through so softly. Nice, Judy. Rise, crescent, strong legs. Beautiful, Eileen. As you exhale, turbo lunge or optional back bend if you want. Inhale, back to crescent. Option to extend front leg, squeeze front thigh. Nice work. Exhale, hands down, low lunge. And then all in one big movement. Inhale, reach up and back. Toes pivot towards the left wall. And again, in one big movement, exhale, reach up, forward, and bring your hands all the way over to the right long edge of your mat. Wide-legged fold. Halfway lift, option for arms if you'd like. Breathe in. Nice, Talia. Exhale, fold. Connect to center, press into feet. Lead with your heart, rise. Breathe in, reach up. Nice, Laura. Exhale, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. And reverse your warrior. Inhale, left side really long. Reach your left fingertips. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the earth, low lunge position. Inhale, standing splits, or if you want to take a hop, go for it. Be playful. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. Awesome, Meg. Get small all the way to empty in your breath, super compact. Inhale, halfway lift, everything elongates. Exhale, fold, ha. Root to rise, all the way up, arms reach. Left foot is your base, right knee lifts. Flex your toes. Figure 4, sit low, weight in your left heel, arms are your choice. Back to your standing staff, rise, reach up, maybe extend your right leg. Slow motion, low lunge, fingertips and toes touch down at the same time. Yes, 3-legged dog, left leg to the sky, inhale. And then either rock it forward, take your vinyasa, or find your own way to down dog. Skip it. Once you are back in your down dog, give yourself a couple big exhales out your mouth. Ah, we've got one more time. This time I'm gonna add in a few little variations, a few little changes. So just like you always do, be present, listen to my cues. If it works, awesome. If it doesn't work, just let it go. If you are coming with me for this last round, one last inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your space, however you want to get there. Forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. How much length can you create? Back of your neck long. Exhale, bow. And then all the way up, rise. Arms to the sky, pinky fingers spiral in. Hands to heart, exhale. Here we go, last time through. Inhale, reach. Side body stretch of your choice to the right, so you can make it your own if you'd rather. Inhale through center. Other side to the left as you exhale, all the way to empty in your breath. Inhale, center. We've got chair plane. Exhale, bend your knees, arms swing back. Maybe float to tiptoes if you want that balance challenge. Stay on your tiptoes if you'd like, all the way up, high mountain. And then everybody heels on the ground as you work into your baby back bend, bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze, heart lifts. Back to neutral, reach up, breathe in. And then take your dive ever so slowly down into your fold. Beautiful breathing, lift halfway, inhale. Nice, Christine. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga, or you can always skip it. Inhale, peel your heart open, keep your shoulders down, away from your ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ah. All right, listen. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Hold here, or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Awesome, Trish. Inhale, back up, three-legged dog, lengthen. Right knee, right armpit. Aim as high as you can. Push the ground away. Yes, inhale, back up, lengthen. Now everybody exhale, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, step forward, low lunge. Crescent lunge, rise up, inhale. Exhale, turbo, optional back bend, only if you want it, only if it serves you. Inhale, back to crescent, option to straighten front leg. Listen here. Exhale, airplane lunge or fly, full airplane. So if you want to take that full airplane, go for a smiley face shape from the crown of your head back to your heel. Yes, hips are square. Use to strengthen your back body to lift your heart, strengthen your inner thighs to lift your heel. Amazing. Awesome, Heather. One last round. You look so good. Back to crescent lunge. Inhale. Reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hands down. One more horizon lunge on this side. Inhale, reach forward, up and back. Exhale, reach up, forward, down, and all the way over to the left side. Wide-legged fold. Halfway lift, optional arms, big wings. Exhale, fold deeply, connect to your center. From the press of your feet, rise up, arms reach up, inhale. Nice, Chris. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse, breathe in, right side long, keep the deep bend in your right knee. Now listen, exhale back to your warrior two, setting up for triangles. Straighten your front leg. You might want to shorten your stance just the teeniest bit, and then keep pulling your left hip towards the back wall as you reach your right arm forward. So it's like you're getting pulled in two opposite directions. When you can't reach any further, just your arms change. Right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. Heart stays open, hips stay open. Your right hand might be on a block, might be resting on your right shin, or it might just be hovering, floating. You're using your core to hold you. Stay in this variation of triangle, work into your own variation, or play with a balancing half moon. So any of those options for about 3 or 4 breaths. If you just need a little break, awesome, take a little break. Please listen to your body. Wherever you are at, breath is there. If your back leg is lifted, it's strong, it's powerful. You're stomping your left foot onto an invisible wall. Last big breath, your pose, your expression. And then meet back in a warrior two. Take a moment just to settle in, to find your breath, to slow it down. One last inhale, warrior two. And then as you exhale, just cartwheel your hands down, low lunge, pivot to the ball of your back foot. Inhale, standing splits. Hop if you want. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. Get small. Halfway lift, everything long. Stick your butt way out. Let it get big. They used to say blossom your buttocks. Exhale, fold. And then root through your feet. Take it all the way up. Arms reach up. Right knee floats up. Figure four. Exhale, sit low. Arms are your choice. Inhale, standing staff. Option to extend right. Exhale, low lunge with intention. Fingertips and toes touch down at the same time. Yes, three-legged down dog, right leg high, left leg high, sorry, life. All right, now listen, open your left hip. I guess I did something weird there. Is that your left leg? Yeah. Okay, open your left hip, stay here, or option to flip your dog. Good. If you are in a back bend, breathe down into your belly. Feel the strength in your back body. See if you can let your heart look towards this front wall. Everybody, in your next couple breaths, just back to a regular down dog. Walk it out. You can keep walking it out a little bit longer. Or next inhale, rock forward. Option to hover your right leg if you want to. Exhale, chaturanga, lower slowly. Inhale, heart lifts, belly is toned. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. You are almost there. We've got one more side. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Now, hold if you want, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, back up. Use your breath. Exhale, left to left, as high as you can get on your left arm. Push the ground away. Awesome, Emma. Inhale, back up. And then everyone, last time, knee to your nose, round, scoop out your belly, step forward softly. Good, Natalia. Inhale, rise. Crescent. Exhale, turbo, optional back bend, only if you want to take it. Inhale, back to crescent, option to straighten your front leg. And then remember, airplane lunge or full airplane fly. Try to keep your hips square. If it's helpful, bend your standing leg. Heart is lifted, back heel is lifted, level with your front shoulders. Yes. Where's your breath? Slow, steady, one more. You got it. Awesome, Nick. Come back, land lightly in your crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. One more horizon on this side. Inhale, reach up. Pivot your toes to the left. Reach back. Yeah, hips down. Nice range. Inhale, reach up, reach forward. Hands to the ground and all the way over the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet. Straighten your legs. Halfway lift. Inhale. Optional arms. Exhale, fold deeply, find your center, and from that place, rise. Arms reach up, breathe in. Warrior 2, breathe out, left toes forward, left arm forward. Reverse, last time here, left side so long. And exhale, back to warrior 2, pause, set up for triangle, straighten your front leg, maybe, just maybe, shorten your stance the slightest bit. As you reach your left fingertips forward, don't let your hips come with you. So like your hips are being pulled towards the back wall. Feel that. And then when you can't move anymore, it's like you're stuck. You just let your arms change. Left hand towards the ground, right arm towards the sky. Don't let your heart close. Good job. Keep pressing firmly into your left foot. You can stay right here, or you can move into a different variation of your triangle, or you can float your back foot off the ground. Come into your balancing pose, your half moon. Wherever you choose to be with this, your breath is still there. It's still slow, steady, spacious. Nice cam. Back leg, if it's lifted, it's strong, it's powerful. One last round. Awesome work. See if you can come back to a warrior 2 stance, and then just take a moment to settle, to reconnect. One last inhale in your warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel your arms to the ground, pivot to the ball of your back foot, standing splits, lift your right leg high. Maybe hop. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. It's your last one. Get as small and compact as you possibly can. Halfway lift position, lengthen, breathe in, adjust your stance if you want. Exhale, fold and bow. I did the wrong side last time, so I'll make you even now. Inhale, rise up, lift your left knee up. And then exhale, figure 4, sit low. Arms are your option. Inhale, back to standing staff, option to extend left. And then exhale, slow motion, intentional movement back to your low lunge. Fingers and toes at the same time, touch the ground. Good work. 3-legged down dog, right leg high. Okay, stay here and open your right hip. Stay here or flip your dog. If you're going for the back bend, heart wants to look forward. Hips want to lift up. Use the strength in your back body. Breathe. If you can't breathe, probably you've gone too far. Come back. Take one last round wherever you're at. Very nice, everybody. Regular down dog. Walk it out. You're doing so amazing. You can keep walking it out a little bit longer. Or inhale, rock forward to plank. Option to hover left leg. Exhale, slowly lower chaturanga. Awesome, Amber. Heart lifts as you breathe in. And then you choose child's pose, embryo pose, or any other pose that feels like a resting pose to you. And just find your breath. Just slow down. Just come back. Feel all that energy inside of you. Anytime you'd like, sigh it out your mouth. Ah. Good job, friend. Give yourself a couple more breaths in your child's pose. And then downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. So stay with it. Keep it. Your breath, to me, is what gets you through the rest of your practice, even when you're tired, even when your muscles are fatigued. Your breath is so powerful. Each inhale is brand new. All right. Right leg to the sky. And then pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your space. Set your body down gently. If you know this pose better serves you on your back or in a seat, you're welcome to take it there instead. Otherwise, set up your regular pigeon. Make sure your right knee is closer to the outer long edge of your mat, not midline. If your right knee is right on midline, you're not getting any outward rotation, external rotation in your hip. So feel your front hip pull back, femur bone plugs into the hip socket. You want to keep that as you take your heart forward and down. If there's any other way you want to be in this pose, any other way you want to explore this pose, choice is always yours. Big, deep breaths. Pressing my hand. Yeah. Good job. Nice job. Your breath still there. Slow, steady, and spacious. Take about 3 to 5 more. Open mouth size, always welcome. And then from here, friends, we'll meet in a seat. So if you're in regular pigeon, start to slowly lift your upper body. And then ease your way onto your right sit bone or your right hip. I should say it's like the outside of your right butt cheek. Just sit over, so let your hips open. And then swing your left leg around. Take both legs out in front of you for a moment. Just give them a nice little shake out. We're gonna move into a twist. Left leg stays extended. Draw your right knee in, and then right foot to the outside of left thigh. Hug your knee and sit up tall. If you want, you can bring your left heel back towards your right butt cheek, but make sure both sit bones can stay rooted. So sit up tall, lift your chest. Take your right arm up. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, twist to your right. Right hand comes to the ground behind you, but try not to put too much weight there. So personally, I like to either bring my hand to a block or lift up to my right fingertips. Pull your right shoulder back and down so the front of your right shoulder is open and the front of your collarbones nice and broad. Maybe gaze back over your right shoulder. Feel your big deep breaths move into your belly. So if your breath gets stuck up in your chest or your ribs, how can you adjust so that you can feel your belly expand? So each inhale, you're creating space with your breath. And then as you exhale, you're twisting into that space, working into that space, not by forcing, but just gently encouraging. One last round. Good. Ring out. End of your exhale, unwind just your upper body for now. Bring both hands over to the left side of your mat and just round your back. Take a little bow. So crown of your head towards the ground. And I even like to really push down through my hands as I curl in, kind of turning my body towards the back of the room a little bit more. So you can work this too, make it feel good. Take one more breath. Find if your right butt cheek lifts, and then lift back up. Uncross your legs. Take your right foot, the sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh, and open up towards the windows. So we're going into a side body stretch, not a forward fold. Left toes flex back towards your shin, press through the back of your left heel, and then press your foot into your leg, leg into your foot, really tall through your spine. Right arm up, left hand can just rest somewhere on your left thigh, inside your left leg. And then on an exhale, so take an inhale to lengthen. On an exhale, reach towards the front of the room, up and over. Left hand might slide down your left leg. Sometimes I like to bring my left forearm inside my left calf, and I kind of press my arm into my leg back into my arm. That helps me hug in towards center, and it also helps me let my heart open up a little more. So reaching, lengthening through your right side body, breathing into your right ribs, waistline, sit bones stay grounded. Try to keep pressing through the back of your left heel, and even imagine that you are trying to press your left thigh down, but don't stop pressing through your left heel. So sometimes you press through your left thigh and your heel lifts. We don't want that. Take one last round. Good work. As you inhale, lift your upper body, lift both arms up. Get tall. As you exhale, right hand comes down behind you, fingers face away from your body. Push into the ground, lift your hips. You're in a modified side plank or a modified wild thing, so you can let your heart look up more if you would like. Just going for length and space. So feel into it, breathe into it. One last huge inhale. And I love lion's breath as an exhale here. If you want it, stick out your tongue, cross your eyes, make noise. Ha! Good, come back down. Take both legs forward, little shake out if you want, couple rounds of windshield wipers. We'll meet back in down dog, so you can get there your own way. If you'd like, option for boat pose. So balancing on your sit bones rather than rocking back onto your tailbone. You can have your arms grabbing hold of the backs of your thighs. That helps me. You can also have your arms reaching forward. Most intense would be arms overhead. Knees bent, heels on the ground for a modification. If you want lots of intensity, extend your legs, squeeze your inner thighs. You can stay as long as you want in both. When you are ready, cross your ankles, rock forward, either step or hop back. If you hop back, it's to your bent elbow position, chaturanga with bent elbows. Move through a vinyasa or choose to skip it. Again, however you want to get there, back to downward facing dog. Walk it up. All right, from your dog pose, left leg to the sky. Pigeon pose, left shin forward. Bring your body down nice and easy. And then set yourself up just like we did on the other side, intentionally. Left knee towards the outer left edge of your mat. Left femur bone pulls back and plugs into the hip socket. Awesome, Cam. You might even gaze back and see that your back ankle isn't twisting or sickling. Whenever you're ready, you can start your bow forward. Big, deep breaths. If it feels intense, it feels like too much, exhale out your mouth. Give that energy somewhere to go. Ah. About 3 to 5 more rounds. Open mouth exhales, always welcome, especially those last couple breaths. And then I'm gonna leave it up to you ultimately. When you feel pretty much even on both sides, start that transition into a seat. And once you get there, you can take a moment just to kind of neutralize, to shake out your legs, maybe a couple rounds of windshield wipers. Maybe you like to just give your thighs a nice little pounding massage. And then setting up for our twist. Right leg is extended, draw your left knee in and step your left foot to the outside of right thigh. Choose to keep your right leg extended or bend your right knee, heel towards your butt. Make sure your sit bones are rooted and then sit up as tall as you can. Puff up your chest like you're proud. Left arm up, breathe in. And then exhale, twist to your left. Left hand comes down behind you, but it's not there for you to lean on. It's there to help you find more length. So maybe you're up on your fingertips or even hand on a block. Left shoulder back and down away from your ear so your neck is long. Maybe gaze over your left shoulder. Feel your breath move down into your belly. Yeah, and if there's an arm variation you want to take with your right arm, totally fine with me. The binds in your practice, go for it. Last couple rounds, working your twist. So rather than just hanging out here waiting for it to be done, see if you can use every breath to get just a little tiny bit more out of your twist. One last round. All the way to empty as you exhale. And then ever so slowly unwind. Hands over to your right side. And then your little counter twist, just your little bow. Let your spine round, crown towards the ground. And again, I like to push down actively through my hands and really curl in even more, even kind of turn my body towards the back wall. It feels so good to me. So make it feel good to you. Last round. Lift back up. And then uncross your legs. You can take it out straight if you want for a moment, but then we'll set up that tree pose shape. So sole of left foot to right inner thigh. Try not to square your hips forward or your upper body forward, but let everything open up towards the left wall. So the only thing going forward is your right leg. Right toes flex back, press through your right heel, and then sole of your left foot into inner thigh back into left foot. So it's like they are magnetized, they're suction cupped together. Left arm up, inhale, and then exhale, side body stretch. Your right hand can slide down your right leg. Maybe your right forearm is inside your right leg and you're using that. Pressing leg into arm, arm into leg. Open your heart more. Breathe into your left side. Imagine you're trying to pull your right butt cheek back. Yeah, nice. And engage through your right thigh to press the back of your thigh down. So engage through your quad. Yes, awesome work. One last huge breath. Is there any more length you can find? Reach, reach, reach. Beautiful. Inhale, back up, both arms up. Take a moment to lengthen here, and then exhale, left hand down behind you, fingers face away. Press in the left hand, right heel, lift your hips. Modified wild thing or modified side plank. Just going for space and length. Take one last huge inhale. If you want to join me for a lion's breath, exhale. Yeah. And then sit bones down. Bring your legs forward. Before we go down onto our backs, we're just going to take a seated forward fold. So take your inner thighs, spiral them down, and move your butt out from under you so you really feel your sit bones on the ground. You want to be already kind of on the front edge of your sit bones. So in order to get there, it might help to sit up on something or to bend your knees. Flex your toes back. Press down through the backs of your heels. Arms reach up. Breathe in here, and just like you're swan diving forward, heart leads, hinge at your hips, reach your butt back, 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 heart forward, and then let it all go. You can grab hold wherever you can reach. Keep reaching your butt back, and imagine you're trying to work your inner thighs down towards the ground. Nice work. Press down through the backs of your heels as you flex your toes, and then at the same time as you're pressing through your heels, imagine you want to press your thighs down as well. Engage your quads. Breathe down to your low back, low belly, to your hips, your pelvis. Last round. Use your exhale to dive as deep as you can today in this moment, all the way to empty. And then roll up, really, really slow roll. And then you're going to keep rolling all the way down onto your back. So eventually, reach your arms forward and just slowly start to lower down. If possible, don't let your legs lift. If you don't like this, you want to use your arms, fine with me. Good. Once you're on your back, full body stretch. Watch out, you might get a little tickle on your toes. So arms overhead, legs forward. Yeah. If you know your neighbor, maybe you give them a little tickle. Take one more big inhale. Guys are like, no thanks. Exhale, hug your knees in, gently rock side to side. And then I'm just gonna say 10 to 15 more breaths to finish off your own practice however you want. So we just did those seated twists, but maybe you want another supine twist on your back. Maybe you want an inversion of some sort. Maybe you're ready for Shavasana. You want an extra long Shavasana today, and that's where you go. Happy baby is always a lovely pose at the end of practice. Yeah, maybe another heart opener. Maybe some windshield wipers. There is no right or wrong, but rather than getting stressed because you have to do something without being told what to do, see if you can really take it as an opportunity to listen to your body, to tune in. So what does your body want right now? What does it need right now? If you don't know, that's okay, but just get curious about it. So please don't feel rushed or hurried at all. Take as much time as you'd like, finishing off your practice, moving through those last poses, last little stretches. But eventually, do begin your slow transition into your final relaxation. And that can be the traditional corpse pose, or that can be something totally different. Something that just feels good to you today. So my thought for you as you move into your Shavasana, it's simple. It's by Vienna Farion. I don't know how to say her name. But she's a therapist, and her brand is mindful movement. So she just says reactivity is one of the most obvious invitations to look inwards. If you cannot sit with reactivity, you run the risk of spending a lifetime running away from information that is available for your healing. So that's what we're doing here when we come to our mats. We're noticing how we react when we're uncomfortable. We're noticing how we react when we're challenged. We're noticing how we react when we're bored. So as we learn to do this on our mat, we learn how to observe our reactions also in our lives, also out there in the world. And that is how we grow. That is how we heal, by learning to listen. So these last few moments, friends, I will play my bowls and give you a little sound bath. Sometimes the bowls cause a reaction. The sound causes a reaction. It might be uncomfortable, might be overwhelming. If it feels uncomfortable, if you don't like it, if it feels intense, you can always plug your ears if you need to, leave the room if you need to. But try your best to be with the sound, the vibration, just like you would be with an uncomfortable yoga pose. So softening around it, breathing into those tight spaces. Just letting whatever's there have space to flow through. Shavasana. Take a great big deep breath in. And then just a big open mouth sigh one more time. Let it go. Ah. You'll start to bring gentle movement back into your body. Wiggle through your fingers and toes. You're going to give yourself a little massage, a forehead massage, temple massage, jaw massage. Eventually just find your way onto your side body, fetal position. Take a moment to rest there. Fetal position is a nurturing position. So let yourself feel into a sense of nurturing, a sense of support, even a sense of being held by the ground, by Mother Earth. Really soak that in for one last moment. And using the strength in your arms, guide yourself up into seated meditation, facing forward, eyes closed, hands gathered to our heart center. We'll just seal our practice, close our practice all together with one collective Om. So your Om is your own personal vibration. Let it resonate through your body. So not just up in your throat, not just out of your mouth, but all the way down from your gut, all the way down from your belly. Don't worry how you sound. Just notice how it feels as it moves through you. So start by exhaling all the way to empty. Clear your throat if you need to. Breathe in your voice. Thank you all so much for being here, letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, my friends. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and have a wonderful rest of your Sunday.
Thanks, Katie.
And if you did win any of those items from the silent auction, they're out there in those white bags. Your name's on it if you won something. Don't forget to grab it. Good girl. She's a good girl. Yes. Oh, yes, yes. Thanks, Mary Jo. Have a good day. See you Wednesday, I hope.
Yeah.